Now, you've seen the first 3 parts of this interview. Now comes the conclusion. I'm honored to have had the opportunity to present to you this interview with August Cervont. August, if you're watching, I want to say thank you. Thank you for your service, and thank you for your knowledge, and thank you for this interview. Thank you for being this guest on the Hiker Spotlight. This is Teardrop, and welcome to New to the Wild. With all that said, man, I'm honored to have had you here. Any final words for the people coming out on the trail, perhaps this year, this coming year in 2018? Any final words to the hiking community in general, man? I appreciate you doing this interview.
All right. Question was, were there any final words for the hiking community coming out, 2018, class of this, class of that? I'll just say this, I really can't say anything that I haven't already said, just to be honest with you. What I would tell you is to go back to YouTube, okay, and go to my 2012 videos where it says Through Hike 2012. Videos 0 through 25 are tutorials, literally videos 0 to 25, and go through each one of those where you learn about gear, etiquette, food, all that. The basics never change. The only thing that changes is technology and ways in which you can do it better. But the basics, it's kind of like the core curriculum. When you want to go to college, you got to take care of math, English, science. So the core curriculum, the core basics you need to know are already on the internet. They're already on YouTube. The thing that changes more rapidly than technology, though, are the people. Wherever you're from, you'll see a trend where more and more people are homeless, living under shelters, sleeping in this, that, and the other. And that's just a sign of the times, It's like nobody wants to pay you what you're worth, and you're just poverty stricken, Now it's like more and more people are trying to understand where we're coming from now. You know what I'm saying? Living in squalor and whatnot. So I said that to say this. I don't want you to come to the trail with a Gumby attitude, everything is just pixie dust and fairy tales, and you can go up and see Bambi on the trail and all that. Maybe back in the day you could be naive, and it just makes the whole experience that much better. But nowadays, you got to be like stranger danger. And I know that sounds crazy, but I'm gonna tell you like this. And I saw this in 2015, and I'm just gonna repeat what I already said. Anybody that hikes the trail, and I'm just going to put it to you like this first. Anybody that hikes the trail is homeless, okay? If they're through hiking the trail, they're homeless. Think about it. They closed up shop. They did everything. They plan on being in the woods for 6 months. Just look at it. Give everybody an even playing field. These people are homeless, okay? Now, that's probably the best perspective to come at it. Now then, assuming everyone's homeless, now change your lens. Now when you look at them, be like, okay, they're hiking, they're gonna be out here a while, they're homeless. Now let's see what they're about. Okay, look at them, observe their gear. Is it falling apart? Is it a 20-year-old pack? Listen to their vernacular, the words they choose, the language. Listen to their mannerisms, and just watch them. I mean, you would know if they have any hiking experience. You will know if these people, and I hate to judge, and I'm sorry to use this word, but there's some idiots out there. People that don't belong out there, and they telling on themselves. And not only are they're in a place where they don't belong, okay? So their mistakes can be detrimental to you. There was this one guy said, "Oh, I'm going to start a fire." So he opens up a fuel canister and start pouring fuel on the logs and lighting it at the same time. It blew up in his face, and 2 other people that were standing next to him laughing. All of them one had to get medevaced off the trail. The other ones had to stop because they got flash burned. Okay? So, in some point you got to be judgmental because you don't know who you hiking with. The person you take as your hiking partner, and you're not you being green and not knowing the the etiquette or what a hiker would look like, and you can't measure up a person's, you can't size them up, you don't have that radar, before you know it, you'll be taking care of somebody. You go to a hotel thinking you're gonna split it, and you're covering the person's room. You thinking, okay, you want to go halfies on lunch, and you're paying for their dinner. So it's very easily to become someone's parent, someone's caretaker, someone's guardian. Okay, so check this out. Your intentions may be clear, 100%. You just may be an open, free spirit, but understand, you have to come with a degree of cynicism. You have to come with a degree of suspiciousness, like what you talking about, Willis. Like Gary Coleman and whatnot. So just watch them, all right? And don't be so quick to jump in and go in halvesies. Like, for example, town could be coming up. You could be in a shelter with somebody, they were already there, you really don't know, and they're like, hey, town is tomorrow, what are your plans? And I gotta tell you, listen to the questions, because they tell on themselves. If you feel like you're being interrogated by somebody you don't even, this hiker was just here, and you feel like you're being interrogated, they're asking you more questions than what they're volunteering, they're sizing you up. And if they're talking about, so yeah, I'm gonna go in town, what are your plans? You're going into town, and you're like, yeah, I'm going into town, you're all, hiker trail, and next thing you know, it's like, hey, well, you want to split a hotel room, you just fall right into it. Careful, don't be committing to something that you don't know what's going on. So the best thing I can tell you is just, size people up, all right? And if you're green, then just wait and just let the relationships come to you organically. You know what I'm saying? If you're on a mission and you got some place to be, hike. If you go to get some water and there's a stranger, even though they got gear, a couple strangers, even though they got gear, sitting at the water hole trying to hold a conversation, don't be rude. Yeah, what's up? Do your thing. Hike. Okay? If they're hikers, you'll see them again. From town to town, you're looking at anywhere from 1 to 4 days in the woods, in between towns. Okay, so you're gonna be bouncing. You're gonna see these people. You can hike, give a nod. Some people say in tents, but they're still around where the areas are, the shelter areas, and just let everything happen organically. When you can size them up and you feel comfortable and you can see that they're doing their thing, then perhaps you can go into, hey, you want to do this? But I'm gonna tell you like this: you be the one to initiate whether or not somebody wants to split a hotel room with you, because you feel comfortable enough to say it. But don't necessarily just raise your hand and be like, sure, I'll go in with you. You feel what I'm saying? Now, I know it's kind of ominous, but I got to tell you, dude, 2015, there were a lot of people that were just suspect, just questionable, And I understand budget issues and all that, but even when you're going out, you want to pair yourself up with a very needy person, either emotionally, physically, financially. I mean, there's all types. There are all kinds. I'm not saying, go in there all guard up with, clutching your bag like old folks holding a purse, but just, you got to be smarter now. You got to be wiser now, So that's what I would tell you. And I don't really think I put that in the video as far as a lot of people, but all it can do is get worse with the more influx of people coming in. So, and just play your cards close. And if you're unfamiliar and you're hiking, even if you're not in a conversation, listen. You can hear people talking about veterans, like, people that's been on the trail several times. So, such as myself, you get a whole lot of repeaters, because once you get that trail bug, you go out there again and again, and maybe you've heard of some people. Those are the invisible, silent mentors you can go to, because they already have street credit, trail credit, because you hear them talking. Oh, that's so-and-so, he threw hike back in blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? And then in that case, if you have a question, you can, tentative, or you can say, hey, we'll just call him Blaze. Yeah, I heard you've been on the trail a while. Well, what do you know about that person? And just get him to filter for you, and he'll be like, no, I ain't seen that person before, or da-da-da-da, and you know what I'm saying? I think I'm battling on the, harping, but yeah. So if there was something that I needed to tell you, I just told you. And if you're starting your hike, just be smart. Be smart. I don't believe in common sense. I'm not going to tell you this should be common sense, that should be common sense. Listen, okay? And just suck it all up. And go back and watch my videos on YouTube. Just get the etiquette down, All right.
Now, obviously, man, I appreciate you being here. I'm honored to have had you here. So, August, I know you're a busy man in a hurry. But one of the things I want to ask you is social media, YouTube. Where can these people find you, man? Where can these people stay in touch? Where can these people view your work? Where can they maybe even purchase some of your books that you've done? Lead them in the right direction, man. Where can they find you?
All right. The next question was, how can people find you? Blah, blah, blah. You know, I'll be honest, dude. If I tried to find myself on YouTube just by I can type exactly what's on that video and type it into the search engine. I couldn't even find myself. So it's difficult. I realize that. But if I had to guess, just as far as trail goes, I would say I have at least 300 videos in the YouTube space. Okay, in that cyberspace, particularly YouTube. All right. Now, all my videos are, I mean, it's everything is just like labeled. For example, anything 2012 is where it all started. So I was gonna say through hike 2012. Okay, if you just put in that, something's gonna come up. You know, maybe you might be able to type in August, and something like that will happen. But just under 2012, I may have, I got the videos, and that's where the tutorials are. Okay, and then understand, in 2015, I posted 107 movies, clips, me through hiking the whole trail from Georgia to Maine. That's 107 chances you got to hit me up. You feel what I'm saying? So, and like I said, once you get one video, that's all you need. Because once you click on that, and you subscribe or you do something else, then you got a hold of me. You can find it. And every video is numbered. What do you mean? For example, I'll say something 2015, they'll say episode 30. Okay? Now I'm telling you, if you see episode 30, there's an episode 1, and that episode 30 is going to go all the way up to episode 107. So all you got to do is navigate. Now, it's easier if you go to my Facebook. Why is it easier if you go to Facebook? Because on Facebook, I posted the videos to Facebook after I put them on YouTube, so the portal's already open. Now, you may have to scroll down 3 years ago to 2015, but you go down long enough, then you're going to see the videos in chronological order as I uploaded them. Okay? I'm going to give you a link to my Facebook, and it's really not a link. I'm just going to put it in there. I mean, it's August Cervont. That's my Facebook handle. He said, what else can you do? Okay, like I said, I got like 24 books on Amazon.com. How do you handle that? Well, August, if you go to Amazon.com, okay? When you see the search engine, type in August, like the month, and then Cervont, C-E-R-V-O-N-T, search. Everything will pop up right there, okay? I also have a donation website. That website is about as old as dirt. It's Entity Publications, okay? Because you're always trying to raise money, so forth. And there's some people out there that want to help. Believe it or not, 2015, I raised like $237 where people went to my website and just donated. Dude, and that much obliged. I do appreciate that. I'll leave a link in this video to that website as well. But it's not going to be a link. It's not going to be something you can click on per se. But it's going to be http at blah, 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 right? Just pause it. Look at it, take a picture of it or whatever, write it down, and then you can navigate that way. And if anybody wants to donate funds, hey, it's much appreciated. If somebody said, well, what can we do to help you? I'm going to tell you like this. I'm suspect anytime somebody tell you to donate, you'd be like, yeah, whatever. So I'm going to tell you like this. If you want to help me and you ain't trying to be like putting in money and don't know where it's going to, just buy a book. All my books are $1. I mean, come on now, $1. Some of these books are over 300 pages, okay? They're ebooks. You don't have to do nothing. You just put in $1. You go through Amazon, you buy it, you download it, it's on your computer, done. No muss, no fuss, no paper, no nothing. It's an ebook. All right. So if you want to help me, granted, my royalties from you buying a book for me for $1 is around 30 cents. And believe it or not, that ain't bad. Okay. You got people like, just throw a name out there, Stephen King. He may get 10 cents for every book he sells because all that money is going to marketing and all that. But with the Kindle publishing platform, anybody can be a writer. You know what I'm saying? Once you hook it up and just figure out the platform and all that, you can post your books all day long. You set the price. And since They made it such that I can get 30% back off what I sell. There's no reason for me to sell a book for $15, $30. Even if I could, there's no reason to. I'm okay with 30 cents because I know out there in the real market what renowned authors are getting. You know, the guy that wrote, just a little context, the guy that wrote Chicken Soup for the Soul, his royalties was 5 cents a book for, you know, any book that sold, he got 5 cents back. After he got on Oprah, the guy made over $1 million. All right. And this is just from sales getting just 5 cents. That's amazing. So my philosophy is I look at it like Burger King, you know, oh, you can get a Whopper for $1. And you think, man, these people are losing money. No, not really. Because they're doing it with volume. Okay. If on an average day, 50 people eat at Burger King and they're paying $6 for one Whopper, how many people you think are going to go to Burger King if the Whopper drops down to $1? Now just multiply that times 20. Okay. Now Burger King is they're not really losing money because the price was already inflated to begin with. You see what I'm saying? So you get it with the numbers. And my philosophy is, hey, you know, I'll write 25 books. I'll sell them just for $1. And if one person buys 3-4 books, I'll get it like that. You know, okay, the math is sound. All right. But at the end of the day, in the perfect world, I think it balances out. You know, I mean, can I quit my day job? Of course not. You know how many people get traffic in there, and I don't have an editor. So yeah, there are typos, there's this, that, and the other. But hey, you know, my attitude is do it. You know what I'm saying? I can always go back, take it down, edit it and whatever. But I just, for myself, okay, I need to be able to look back and be like, dude, what have I accomplished? What do I got? Because it's not physical wealth. As far as I'm concerned, I should be able to put everything in the back trunk of my car and just shift, you know, because that's what we do in the military. Every year or so, you pick up and you change duty stations, you know, and I'm just like that, you know. I just like being mobile. I don't like being weighed down with possessions and houses and this, that, and the other. So everything I do, you know, it has to be, it's how can I put it? I look at the books and the videos and the music and not putting out there in the world. Those are anchors. Okay, so let's say 30 years from now, my grandkids come up to me and say, Grandpa, you know, what kind of impact you made on the world? I'd be like, dude, pull out your computer, go to such and such. Bam, that's me, son. You know, same with the videos. That's why, and this is why, believe it or not, I put out my 2012 adventure, and it ended up being a fail. Okay, I wanted to do it through right, but I ended up quitting in New York City. Now, I'll say this, but I can't be certain. The average person wouldn't post a failure. You see what I'm doing? Like, dude, I failed. Well, I'm going to put that out there. But I'm not the average person. I want you to see how hard it is. Every time I got into some contention with somebody or something didn't work out, I put it right there on video. You felt my pain and I left it there. And even after it was done, I gave you closure on why I quit, on what happened. And I went through and under the closure and just letting you know what's up. You know what I'm saying? Because it's real life. You know, I mean, it's easy to edit out thoughts. It's easy to record something, and if it didn't work out perfect, start from the beginning, but that's not real. That's not truth, and that ain't keeping it real. So especially when it comes to the trail, positive, negative, good, bad, ugly, I want you to see it. Okay? And then if anybody that ever laughed at me in 2012 talking about, he didn't make it, he's just a bum, he's flapping his jaws, what do you got to say about 2015, player? You know, because I went from boom, boom, and I did it. And I did it Uber style. In class, I even took a computer to do my video editing because I found in 2012, computer access is not that simple. You just can't go in with a flash drive at a hostel, you know, when these computers are older than me. And so I'm like, you know what, 2015, I'll bring my own computer. And then it became finding a hotspot, just trying to be able to load. And it was difficult. It wasn't easy. But in 2020, it shouldn't be an issue at all. Everybody should have high-speed internet, good bandwidth, you know what I'm saying? You know what 100 degree hertz or whatever, 100 bits per second and all that. So I'm not really worried about it, and I realize I'm babbling. But there you go. I mean, I'm not a ghost. I'm easy to find. If you can't find it, hook up Gunner. He'll send you something, but you only need to hit one video. And then once you do that and you do it and you refresh and you keep going back, it's going to end up, you know, putting out more and more content. Right now, I got maybe 350, maybe 400 subscribers to my hiking videos. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm not a ghost. It's all out there. Out here.
there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. August Cervont. I'm honored to have had him. It was hard to get him on this interview. You know, he kind of goes to the beat of his own drum. But I was honored to have him here. And yes, we did this interview a little bit different, but I hope you guys enjoy it. August Cervont, you know, man, I appreciate you being here.
Yeah. Likewise, Gunner. It was a pleasure. I never said it, but I'm actually flattered that you would even ask to interview me, and I'm just sorry it took so long. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, it was a task in and of itself, but you know we both rose to the challenge. I just want to say, you know, you really make an impact. Okay, you, Gunner, you really make an impact, and you rub a lot of people the wrong way. You just do. But I'm going to tell you something. I respect that because you are authentic. All right? And so let's say you pissed off a lot of hikers. Let's just say you pissed off a whole lot of hikers, and now they see us doing this collaboration. They're like, what? August? He's actually going to do something with Gunner? I never thought, oh, then forget him and da-da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I can see how that could be taken the wrong way, but at the end of the day, man, you know, we're truth tellers. You know what I'm saying? We keeping it real. You don't have a filter. I don't have a filter. You gotta be a chameleon in this world. You gotta be able to work with many different types of people. But see, you like, I mean, you got switches, homie. You got switches. You can turn on this way, turn that off, come over here, turn over there. And so, you know, we probably have a lot more in common. I mean, think about it. I'm damn near 50. I might have 20 years on you. I could have been you. You could have been me. You know what I'm saying? 20, 30 years ago. So we can relate. You know what I'm saying? I don't judge you, you know, but I can step into the shoes of other people. So, I'm honored to take this interview for no other reason than to polish you up a bit. You know, just to say, hey, you know, Gunner ain't all that bad. If he wants to do something with you, hook him up. You know, August gives him his seal of approval. Now, if you go ruffle some feathers and they take it the wrong way, you know, that's just life. You know what I'm saying? You actually teaching them how to be harder as far as I'm concerned. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, you were the only one to ask my opinion. You know, you were the only one to be like, hey, man, you want to weigh in on this? And so that in and of itself, you asking me, cool. You know, I got no problem with that. Give you a, you know, nod and all that. I will say this, though, homie. It's like you said, you know, it took some time. But you got to understand, I gave a lot in this video. So as far as I'm concerned, the interviews are cool. I mean, I hope no one else sees what you're doing, and then they're coming at me, send me a little portal through Facebook. Hey, August, I want you to do an interview with me, and I want you to interview with me. Nah, you know, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I mean, dude, I didn't withhold jack. I gave you everything I got. So just let this interview go forth, and if you got something, you know, like, hey, what is August about? That's the interview. And this is what, 2017? You know, in 2020, I'll be back on the trail. And as I said before, I don't know if I'm going to do movies or not, but I'm definitely going to take my computer. And so it just, and if it's really easy, if it's so convenient, then yeah, so I'll just do what I did before. Just track everything, you know, and then you can catch up with me 3 years from now and we go forward. So, so the pleasure was mine, Gunner. Appreciate you. Everybody out there, appreciate you, you know, take care out here.
Bye, bitches.